What is up, beautiful people? Hope you guys having a great, fantastic day as per usual. So listen, right now we're having another whip chat. Jeez, these love bugs, man, they're everywhere. But listen, we're having a whip chat. Today I just want to tell you guys 10 things that you need to do and you must do to give up and move forward into a better life and to, progress in your life. So let's get right into this thing. First things first, you're gonna need to learn how to let go of the opinions of others people, right? So at the end of the day, the only perception that matters is the one you have of yourself, right? When you allow other people's opinions and perceptions of you to infiltrate your mind and influence your decisions and your actions, you're not allowing yourself to fully thrive and flourish, right? And what's the point of living life if you're living it for other people? You know what I mean? Like, there's certain times naturally when you overlap and you're living for a bigger picture, right? But you understand what I'm trying to say, like, in the sense that you cannot base all your decisions on how it's going to affect other people, because sometimes you have to put yourself first, really. And something too that I feel like always happens is that people become indecisive. Number 2 is being indecisive about what you want. If you want something in life, you need to make it clear, you need to make it known, rather than be a person, a woman that you're pursuing, a man that you're interested in. Let it be known what you want and what you desire, because if you sit back and you just let it happen, you're never going to get it, right? It's never just going to come to you. Yes, you can manifest, but manifestation takes action, and thought processes and systems and goals and routines, essentially, to just put everything together. And if that's what you really want, that's what you got to go get, right? The next thing, number 3, is you got to let go of the shame of your past failures, right? You can't let what happened in the past dictate what's going to happen in the future. And if you allow that to be your reality, you're just going to be living in the past the rest of your life. And nobody wants to do that. Some people do, I guess, because they never get past that point. But if you decide right now that you want a better life, what you have to do is let go of the past and move forward into the future, right? Next one, number 4, procrastinating on goals that matter to you. When you get up in the morning, there's always something going through your mind, some sort of purpose, something that you want to do, right? You're not going to always know what that answer is right off the get-go sometimes, but you have to stop procrastinating the things that are important to you, the things that matter to you, right? For instance, if you love games and you want to be a gamer, don't procrastinate the goals and the steps it's going to take for you to become a pro gamer. If you want to be an entrepreneur and start your own business, you can't procrastinate the steps that it's going to take for you to get in that position. You can start simply by figuring out what name. Don't get so hung up on the name, but start somewhere. Start thinking about the name. Start thinking about maybe the products that you could offer. Start thinking about the skills and stuff that you're already good at that you might be able to sell and create into a business itself. And just start thinking about things that matter to you. Start setting goals that are important to you and not procrastinating them, and instead progressing instead of procrastinating those goals and those things that matter to you, right? Because nothing's going to change if you don't change it. Facts. Next thing, choosing to do nothing. I don't get this. I don't get how someone can sit on their ass all day and do nothing. Okay, there's so many options. There's so many things. If you have time to sit in your ass, you better have money in the bank, or you better be disabled or something. It's simple as that. Because if you're sitting somewhere on your butt and you don't have enough money in the bank, that if, for instance, you got in your house burnt down, or you might have some insurance, enough to cover your car insurance, enough to pay a car note, enough to pay for gas and groceries. If you don't have that kind of money just consistently on hand for 6 months, because you really want to plan out for 6 months in ahead and I'll make separate videos for that kind of stuff. If you don't just have that on hand, what the heck are you doing, dude? What the hell are you spending your time doing? You need to get your ass up, go start working to your goals, your dreams, and your passions, and start making money. And your life doesn't have to be centered around money. The whole purpose of what I'm trying to say to you right now is what is important is getting up and taking action and making sure that you're doing something to work closer to what you're trying to get to. Something that's going to present opportunities for you to take care of your family, for you to sit on your ass and still make money, whatever it may be. But you got to start right now. You got to start today. You can't just sit there and do nothing. Next one, your need to be right. I don't get this one too. You're never going to always be right. It's simple facts. It's just simple. If you were always right, life would just be so boring. Because sometimes you gotta be wrong to learn lessons. You gotta be wrong sometimes to understand the principles that you're meant to learn, okay? You can't know all the answers, because if you know all the answers, you're not gonna take any tests. You can't take a test and be challenged if you have the answers to the test. If you have the answer key, you're just gonna sit there and roll through it because you know all the answers. And get this, if everybody knew all the answers, if the most successful people were meant to have all the answers and always be right, they would not be as successful as they are. Bill Gates had to make a mistake and do whatever happened with Microsoft for him to learn to do something different. Steve Jobs had to leave the company, realize what were the faulty issues with Apple, step back into the spot and take the hell off. And you can do the same exact thing. You don't always have to be right. People that bet in the stock markets are some of the richest people on earth, right? But they're not always right. I just said right 3 times. But they're not always right. And that's okay, because you can't time things perfect. You can only be right about the things you can control. Your attitude, okay, your effort, and your energy. Those 3 things you can control. You control those things. Watch how your life transforms. You know, that's where it starts. You start there, man, boy, girl, boy, man, woman, yo, child, listen. Okay, number 7. Running from problems that should be fixed. Don't run away from issues that you feel are holding you back. Instead, face them head on like a bull. See that red flag, charge at it full steam ahead. And during that time, learn to accept, appreciate, forgive, and move forward from anybody or anything that held you back from those problems. Because if you let this weight go, if you let all these situations that have been holding and becoming a burden to you, let them finally release and be gone, your life is going to be marvelous. All those things that you imagine, all those things that you've been trying to work toward are going to finally present themselves, because now you're going to have so much gratitude and appreciation for life. Okay, number 8, making excuses rather than decisions. Stop making excuses, get up and make it happen. Be decisive in the sense that, okay, today I'm going to get up and I'm going to choose to make this day better than yesterday. I'm going to choose to find a name for that company. Tomorrow, I'm going to choose to decide how I'm going to structure the company. The next day, I'm going to choose how I'm going to go and market this company. Next day, I'm going to choose how I'm going to offer great products and quality service all in one. Boom. Okay, next thing. Number 9, overlooking the positive points in your life. You got to enjoy where you are so you can enjoy where you're going. Simple as that. Number 10, not appreciating the current moment. Same thing. Life is full of small moments, and it's the small moments that make the most and matter the most. When you look back through your life, you're not thinking about all the big moments as much as you think about the little moments, positive and negative, right? And number 11, a bonus. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That one hits home for me because, especially in the entrepreneur field, and I look up toward a lot of other entrepreneurs, especially younger guys around the same age as me. I look up to them and I'm like, man, that's gonna be me, right? But then I'm sitting there some days like, man, he's making $50,000 a week and I'm making $5 a week, stuff like that. Like, you gotta realize that you're not gonna be at the same stage as someone at the same time they are at that stage in life. Sometimes you're gonna have to start slower so that way you can burn right past them. You can get way faster. And every person I look toward right now that's doing the stuff that I'm trying to do, they're challenging me in my mind. I'm shifting my comparison to be like them, to being, how can I surpass them? How can I surpass them? What's it gonna take? I need to catch up to them, but in my due time, right? Work toward my goals every single day consistently, and I'll be at the same place they're at. And then I'm gonna take this mind right here, and these hands right here, and take action and blow every single thing I touch from there on forward up like that. Got it? Cool. All right. So that's the whole video, guys. That's the whole podcast. I really appreciate you guys taking a moment to listen to me. It's always a pleasure doing these things with you guys and giving you. With that being said, love you guys. Deuces.